It's my turn to break down the character, actor, Tupac Shakur, and all these other so-called rappers, gangster rappers. Give me a break.
Okay, I do. I know for a fact because I spoke to him recently in December. We got into it. And then he requested me on Twitter and Facebook to hush me up, basically. But that's all I'm going to say. And then he made those videos by debunking, by saying he's not, but then I told him to lie.
And then he's like, Daddy, you all over the internet right now. I'm like, what you talking about? It's like, you, people think that you're the Tupac and stuff, you know? And I'm like, just kind of like laughed it off, like, for real? Like, he's like, yes. He said it's a lot of videos up right now. They just going through like detailed stuff, like you know, what's in the group.
Alright, so you heard from him. Let's take a look at him now. There's a lot of familiar faces in this Jurassic 5 group.
The group, but they started after Tupac died and stuff, and basically Tupac morphed into Akil the MC.
Alright, now this is that Charlie Tuna he's talking about, but he's also very similar to who Tupac grew up with, his best friend, that Gaddafi, Yaki, I think is what they called him. But here's pictures of Tupac with his best friend growing up throughout all his life, blah, 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 going to these arts academies, just like all the actors do nowadays, the governor's arts academies. They went to the Baltimore Performing Arts School. I mean, that's all these guys, actors, they go to these fine schools. This is his friend talking about, I think it was 2 months after Tupac died. But all he did was just go in to witness relocation, basically, a new character in Jurassic 5, still making songs. Tupac's been making so many songs for so long, all this money, and they come out with all this other crap, and people go back out and buy it, and it's all coded. It's all coded, man. The whole thing. Freemasonry all over it.
I think came from the door. And then you heard the gunshot.
Late today, police were holding 2 juveniles in connection with the murder on the streets of Montclair, where the young rapper grew up. Friends listened to his music and angrily objected to reports Bula's death was in some way connected to the fact he'd been part of Tupac Shakur's entourage the night he was gunned down 2 months ago in Las Vegas.
So, Yaki Kadaki, Tupac's best friend from childhood, who was there when he was shot, 2 months later is also shot and looks just like Charlie Tuna from Jurassic 5, who has a kill. Okay. Let's listen to Akil the MC live and hear how he sounds.
We rebel up into the tribulation and travel and face the situation with dedication. Yo, let's take it back to the concrete street.
Amazing. Tupac with Akil the MC. Akil the MC, basically, is what that name is saying. He killed him, and now he became a new character, because that's what they do. And then they make more money off of it, and they're still making money off both of them now. So don't buy any of the crap, man, because they play both sides of all this stuff. But don't go out and try to listen to Jurassic 5 music or whatever, because it's all bullcrap. It ain't their real voices. They're just using those fronts. This is all about money. They're able to keep their identities and not be put in prison or whatever, I guess. I mean, this stuff runs deep, man. This is national security psyop bullcrap on the masses. I mean, me or you ain't supposed to know this stuff. But the truth always comes out, man. And anybody that wondered, anybody that's got younger kids into that gangster rap bull crap, it's all, man, it's all disgusting what's really going on. But I'm going to keep exposing it. It gets pretty deep.
And all of these different things and stuff, you know. So it was funny to me and stuff, you know. But I mean, since you know the early '90s when Tupac came out, you know, people here and there would say, "Oh, you kind of look like Tupac a little bit here and there and stuff," you know. Not everybody and stuff, but you know. So this is not far fetched for me for people to say that we resemble one another and stuff. We got the same type of eyebrows and you know in the eyes or whatnot and stuff, you know.
Kids, they get to go to the military academy or ROTC, or they get to take all of this energy and put it into the armed forces. And for a young black male,
And maybe like a day later, then my daughter came in and then she showed me a couple of other videos and stuff, and I'm like, "Are you serious?" And I'm like, "Damn!" Like, if I didn't know who I was, then I probably would believe this shit too and stuff, cause some of that shit look kind of convincing and stuff, as far as you know, us splitting our face in half and stuff, and him on this side and me on this side or whatnot and stuff, you know. I know who the fuck I am, right? You know, my name is Akil. That's my Muslim name. I became that name in 1988, right? I go by the name of Akil the MC as a rapper in the group called Jurassic 5. Vernon. Then I went to John Muir on Vermont in 59th. Then I went to Manual Arts High School.
What, Jimmy, you like last year you were in New York?
yeah.
Where?
No, last day I was in Baltimore. Year before that I was in. I spent 3 years in Baltimore, my high school years, going to the School of Performing Arts. My classes, we were exposed to everything. You know, theater, ballet.
How many actors have we found now from these arts academies? Jeez.
Listen to different types of music. Songs that became the soundtrack to my life. But in my homeboys' high school, it's not like that. They don't have trips to go see this Broadway play, and they don't read things we were reading, and they didn't know what I was talking about when I was like, yo, Shakespeare is dope. They don't have the same experiences that we had.
Some of my partners in my crew still went to Manual Arts and stuff, you know, so we would have little different meetings or whatnot and stuff, you know, with other different organizations around the city and stuff, a lot of youth and stuff. So rapper that was coming with them and stuff, you know. So I was rapping at that time and stuff, my homies and stuff. So, you know, we just like, oh, okay, that's cool and stuff, you know. Didn't think nothing of it and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So the person came and stuff, and we met him, and the person's name was Tupac. It was Tupac Shakur. We didn't know who Tupac was at that time. Digital Underground wasn't even out then. So this is my first time meeting Tupac. This is my first time and only time meeting Tupac and stuff. It's 1989 in Los Angeles on the east side and stuff at the grassroots movement program and stuff. So really didn't think nothing about it. You know, he was tight and stuff, you know. We shook hands and, you know, met just for a second and stuff, but you know, I didn't know who Tupac was. Tupac was not known in 1989 and stuff. This is before he kicked off with Digital Underground and whatnot and stuff, you know. So a few years later after that and stuff, you know, when he was doing his thug life thing and stuff in LA, and I was getting in the elevator with my partner Ching, and Tupac and Spice One is in the elevator, and they behind us and stuff. We get in and stuff, so they're talking, and they're talking about the actual incident with them getting into some people in LA or whatnot and stuff. So I'm kind of ear hustling and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But it's not my conversation, you know, and I'm just not gonna jump in a conversation and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, but I'm ear hustling and listening, and I'm like, damn, you know, he like, man.
Alright, so we know the dude looks suspicious. Let's listen to his cousin talk about some of the other members. She thinks this one is Biggie Smalls.
No, he doesn't know.
Okay. Big Papa.
So that his cousin was saying that Notorious B.I.G. is another member of Jurassic 5 Soup who changed his name to Fully Love when Notorious B.I.G. did have a video where he's in a big bowl of soup. So who knows, man? I don't doubt anything with these crazy people, but something about her does seem kind of truthful. So I'm just going to tell you to research it.
He had a face change. He had plastic surgery.
He was the Big Papa.
Biggie Smalls.
What's really crazy is that I was there when Biggie got killed.
They're all together. And Johnny J is there. He's always wearing that baseball cap. He's the DJ. But there's several ones because they took an oath to not come do concerts here. Basically, they're following orders, what they're supposed to do, basically. But they had to change their identity.
So why Tupac is hiding and who is afraid of?
He's not afraid of nothing. It's an act. Most stars, whether you're rappers, actors, they kill off their image and start over as a new person and with a new identity. Basically, if he don't do a blood sacrifice, then he kills his image off and start anew. Just like Alex Jones was a comedian. Bill Hicks is Alex Jones. Mark Dice is River Phoenix.
You shot. I'm like, you shot. I'm gonna get you to the hospital. I'm driving, telling him I'm gonna get you to the hospital, kick back. Pac looked at me and said, you know what? You need the doctor more than me. You the one shot in your head. And we laughed the whole time going to find out went to the hospital. That's the conversation we had. It wasn't, Pac was a man the whole time. It wasn't that he was like, oh, I'm shot. He cracking jokes. He like, yeah, they shot me. He said, but you shot in your head. Look at your head. Your head bleed. Look how much it's bleed. That was Pac. And I'm like, man, shut up. I'm going to get you to the doctor.
So he was conscious?
He was conscious on the way to the hospital. He was conscious in the ambulance. He was conscious after they did the surgery.
What was the...
Well, no, I hate rats. I hate snitches. I ain't into telling. So people always want to know, is Pac dead? Is Pac alive? I'm the wrong motherfucker to ask. But I tell you this. If you try to find the person who cremated Tupac, after he supposed to cremated Tupac, he retired and vanished into the sun, into the sunset, into the darkness. I mean, it's the truth if you really look at it.
Did you see Tupac dead?
Nobody's seen Tupac dead. The thing is this. The person who supposedly cremated Tupac, who his mother wanted it done quickly if he passed. So this guy got about $3 million personally for me.
The door was opened. When virtual Tupac grabbed the spotlight at Coachella, he took a step for virtual performers as a new form of entertainment on the world stage.
I know, and they don't even know I'm fucking alive for real. I know. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching, listen to this. I'm watching the performance right now, you know what I'm saying? I think they did a good job on my animations and the way they put the computer-generated copies and stuff like that. I mean, well, anyway, this is the real Tupac Shakur, and I just want to let y'all know that I'm here, I'm live, and I'm doing my motherfucking thing. And so the Coachella concert that y'all heard, you know what I'm saying, is my little gift to my fans and everything like that out here in the world. And I want to let you know, Thug Life still continues, and we still going to be strong, and we still going to make this money out here. And so to all my fans out there, letting y'all know, you know what I mean? We back, baby.
Take a look at this. Tupac selling oranges on the side of the road in his early videos. Give me a break, man. Come on. Now take a listen to Akil the MC from Jurassic 5 on a live recording.
We rebel up into the tribulation and travel it back to situation with dedication. Yo, let's take it back to the concrete street. Up into the base of the RFCs. Playground tactics, the rabbit and the hatchets. Just like plastic, back to from Jurassic. Let's take it back to the concrete streets. Up into the beats for real RFCs. Playground tactics.
Always remember, everything on TV, everything in the news, everything on sports, everything in the music, everything in space is all fake. Big Papa Truth, I'm still doing my research.